Welcome to FRC Media News for Thursday, March 31st, 2020. I'm Keith Tebow. The city is continuing its pause on licensing new marijuana businesses. Fall River is receiving more state funds for water and sewer projects, but is also seeking an increase in fees. And after a 2-year wait, the Fall River Rotary Club is set to celebrate 100 years of service. All this and more coming up. Mayor Paul Coogan has announced the city will extend its moratorium on the acceptance of applications for adult-use marijuana establishments. The mayor established the moratorium soon after he took office in 2020 as a way for the city to reset the process following the arrest of former Mayor Jaziel Correa on charges of extorting individuals looking to establish marijuana businesses in the city. The mayor is looking to create specific zoning requirements where these businesses can be housed, away from residents, schools, and churches. 13 host community agreements have already been agreed to by the city, with 3 currently open for business.
We're trying to get some clarity on this whole organization. Obviously, we made one attempt at it. Didn't go the way we thought. We brought back. We want to look at zoning again to see that we're doing it by the book. And how many of the original 13 letters that were given out are active and people still going forward with it. It's just work. Obviously, the grandfathered in ones we would leave where they are because that's not fair to people. But going forward, we do want to have a plan on the books that everybody in the city is aware of.
Last year, the mayor established a Fall River Cannabis Review Commission that will be the entity to screen future marijuana applicants once the zoning issues have been resolved. More people in Fall River found jobs in February than in the month prior. The unemployment rate in the city for February came in at 8.6%, 1 full percentage point lower than the 9.6% rate from January. The February 2021 unemployment rate was 11.9%. Towns surrounding Fall River all saw a decrease, as did the gateway cities of New Bedford, Taunton, and Brockton. The statewide jobless rate for February fell 0.1% to 4.7%. The city of Fall River is proposing an increase in water and sewer rates that will take effect on July 1st. Each fee will increase by 8 cents per cubic foot. The combined impact of the increase on a household that uses an average of 109 gallons of water a year will be $8.48 a year, or 71 cents a month. Administrator of Community Utilities Paul Ferlin says the biggest factor in the rate hikes is the increased cost of purchasing chemicals for both the water and wastewater systems. He says the department also saw some cost savings.
Those chemicals almost doubled their price from last year on a unit cost, and those are some of the largest chemicals that we use. So the increase in chemicals this year was just astronomical that we're having to deal with. And I always talk about the fixed cost versus the variable cost within our budgets. That's typically what we consider a fixed cost because we know what it is typically going into the year, and it's flatlined throughout the year, barring no national emergencies or anything like that. But those fixed costs, with a great increase from one year to the next in a fixed cost like that, there's really no way to be able to absorb that within our actual budget itself. One thing that actually saved the budget this year is our debt service. We had some loans that came offline, so debt service was decreased a bit this year. Yeah. So that actually reduced the amount of increase that the rate had to go up.
Ratepayers will likely see some relief in the near future after the city received nearly $10 million in state ARPA money from Treasurer Deborah Goldberg for 2 water and sewer projects. Over $700,000 will go toward the replacement of the sewer pump station on Wilson Road.
Currently, it's just a sewer pump station constructed in the late 60s, early 70s, and has been in service ever since. Handles a lot of sewage from the industrial park, as well as Wilson Road, Meridian Street. That whole entire area comes down to that pump station, pumped across the highway, and continues down the hill. That pump station has been in need of repair, and we're planning to rehabilitate that sewer pump station. We're also going to be adding on a section of the building that's also for a redundant water booster pump station. That'll be a redundant station for the pump station over on Commerce Drive in front of the fire station that services water to the elevated water service area up in the north end there, Industrial Park, Meridian Street, all those areas over there.
The city received a Mass Works grant last year that will help defray nearly half the cost of the $6 million pump station project. Fall River will also receive $9 million to go toward renovations at the wastewater treatment facility on Bay Street.
This project started about 8 months ago. It's a 3-year-long project. The project is all down at the wastewater treatment plant down at the end of Bay Street. The project consists of constructing a new building where we demolished our old incinerator building. That building will be used for control ops, so all new operators' control rooms, new laboratory for all the testing that we do down at the wastewater plant, and then some new office spaces that are needed on the facility. This is one of the largest projects that the sewer department has done in many, many years. One of the largest upgrades is this contract too that we're currently in. This is a huge savings to the ratepayers. $9 million of money that does not need to be paid back by our ratepayers. That's a huge savings for us.
Here's an update now on COVID-19 in Fall River. Here's the latest numbers from the Department of Public Health as of last Thursday, March 24th. 43 new cases of the virus were reported, down from 48 the week prior. 29,546 cases of COVID have been recorded in Fall River since the onset of the pandemic in 2020. Vaccinations remain flat, 70% of city residents having received at least one dose of the vaccine, and 62% fully vaccinated. Only 26% of city residents have received the COVID vaccine booster. There are still many ways for you to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. You can visit the city's website at frvax.com, or you can call 833-8VAX-NOW. That's 833-882-9669. The state also has a web page at vaxfinder.mass.gov. You can also dial 211. Fall River's replica Vietnam Memorial Wall at Bicentennial Park played host to a Vietnam Veterans Day recognition ceremony last week.
It celebrates not only our heroes that are on the wall, but those of you who came home. It's the 9 million of us who served during the war, and we should also be proud of where we served. I've talked with veterans who say, well, I really didn't do much. I wasn't a combat veteran. And I always ask them 3 things. Did they go where they told you to go? Did you do what they told you to do? And did you come home when they told you to come home? And if you did those things, you should be proud of your service. Whether you were on a base here in the United States, maybe in Texas, or an Air Force base in Pease, or whether you're in an air weather station up in Alaska, or on a base in South Korea, or in Germany, whether you were on a ship in the Indonesia Sea, or as a combat veteran in Vietnam, we all should be proud of our service, and we should let no one, not a civilian or another veteran from another war or from our war, ever dismiss what we did for our country.
But it takes individuals like yourself and myself that are not giving up to continue our legacy and to put those who are behind us in honor. Their lives were not in vain. Not for 1 minute. Not for 1 minute. It was in vain. They went the way they were meant to go. Because our God has our path carved. And if our God allowed us to be here today, it was because He had a purpose with us. And that purpose was to help our brothers, to help those that can't help themselves.
We'll be back with more FRC Media News right after this.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. Assembler. Taco Incorporated, located at 583 Bedford Street, seeks a full-time assembler. to produce and complete assembly and packaging of all units in the product line. Job number 165-14021. Orthodontist, Benevis LLC, located at 933 Pleasant Street, is looking for a full-time orthodontist to provide dental care to underserved families in a fun, compassionate environment. Job number 165-09150. Director of Engineering, New England Gas Company, located at 45 North Main Street, is seeking a full-time Director of Engineering, responsible for all technical aspects of engineering, design, and planning of Liberty Gas delivery systems. Job number 164-94930. Sales Associate, Rainbow Shops, located at 83 Mariano Bishop Boulevard, is looking for a full-time sales associate. For more information, call 508-673-1982. Arbor Counseling Services, located at 1082 Davall Street, has an immediate need for the following full and part-time positions. Outpatient Clinician, job number 165-07490. Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner, job number 165-07493. For more information about these or other positions, visit Mass Hire JobQuest at jobquest.dcs.eol.mass.gov or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
After 2 years of delay, the Fall River Rotary Club is set to celebrate its 100th anniversary at a gala event April 9th at White's of Westport. Event coordinator and Rotarian Jennifer Preston says the mission of the club, service above self, has not changed.
Being a Rotarian has afforded me the option to network and meet other similar, like-minded individuals in the business world that want to give back to our community. We're between Happy Feet, which is a program where we put new shoes and socks. Everybody loves a new pair of socks on children's feet, and to backpacks, to anything with, we started a, kind of like February is a very low month for people. It's cold here and so forth. We deliver soup and gift cards to help pick people up that are not on everybody's list that just might be having a bad year. Of course, we all were kind of having a bad year, 2020 and 2021, but we did go out there and we did make sure that we got some soup to some people that just needed a warmth. That's Rotarians, consistently looking at different projects and twisting it and turning it and making it be helpful for our community. We have anybody from bankers to the YMCA director to small mom and pop business like myself. You know, it's an 80+ member strong club, so it's really good for our area.
Even though the mission remains the same, the club has evolved to ensure it has an impactful future.
Our look has definitely changed. I make a joke sometimes, this is not your grandpa's Rotary any longer. I mean, to put it in perspective, in 1987, Paula Raposa, who's still a member today, was our very first member. And that was just a short time ago. So, but we are super strong, and we have a great, diverse club of all different walks of earth. I love it. We also have it from, and I don't know if you know this, but we have different levels of the Rotary. So the Rotary Club members, and then I help with the Interact Club, which is at Durfee. Kevin McNally helps out at Bishop Conley. And then we have an early act that just started at Henry Lord. So the young children getting involved as well to help promote kindness and giving back in community.
Tickets for the Rotary Club Gala are still available right up until April 6th. You can find out more by visiting frrotary.org. We'll wrap up this edition of FRC Media News after this.
Welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today with us we have Foxy Loxy. She is about 19 to 20 weeks old right now. She did come from Puerto Rico, so we're not 100% sure on her breed mix. My best guess is she's a Shepherd or a Lab mix. She's already up to 24 pounds, so I believe she's going to be a decent size. My best guess is when she's fully grown, she won't weigh any less than 50 pounds. Right now, she's a puppy, so she does need the basic training. So she doesn't know any really commands or anything like that, but she does get along with kids. She gets along with other dogs, cats. She'd make a good hiking partner. If you want to come down and meet her, fill out an application. You can either come by the shelter to grab one, or you can go on our foreverpaws.com website and you can download an application on there. If it's you specifically wanted a puppy, just put a puppy on there. We've been getting puppies pretty frequently lately, so definitely put in an app. I know she'd love to meet you. Today with us we have Max. He is roughly about a year old. He's a domestic short hair. So with him, he's a very sweet, playful young cat. He is lovable. He would do well with kids. He does, only because he is a year old, so he still has this playful side to him. But as you can see, he doesn't mind being held. He'll give you little headbutts. He's such a lovable cat. So if you ever give him a Kickaroo toy or any toy that has like those little crinkly sounds in it, he goes crazy for those. He loves the wands where you can play with him with it. So if you want to come down and meet Max, you can put an application. You can either come down and grab an application, or you can go on our foreverpaws.com website, because I know Max would love to meet you.
That's all for this edition of FRC Media News. Please check out our website at frmedia.org for all the latest news and information. FRC Media News airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday.